Got it.
A few second delay. All right, we should be live now, I believe. All right. This is going to be a fairly short one for tonight, my friends, because Steve has to go here in about a half hour or so. I see Quint's in the house, and my co-host tonight is Steve from Steve's Very Own here on YouTube. If you haven't already, check out Steve's Very Own channel. That's the name of it. He does a lot of Linuxy stuff, a lot of Peppermint OS stuff, and we'll talk a little bit about that for this evening. This is the return of the Linux A-Team. Dun, 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 dun. I cannot sing, neither can Steve. So that's the show. Bye-bye. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe we'll have Stephanie write a jingle for us. I don't know.
Awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Anyway, the last Linux A-Team was 2014. And really, let me go back to 2011. My first podcast with someone we know, IG, Infinitely Galactic from Australia. From that first podcast in 2011, I did other podcasts, met other friends, and somebody from Sweden, Switzerland, I'm not sure, said the A-Team. And I thought, the Linux A-Team, I like that. And we became the Linux A-Team. So we did a few shows for a while, then the last one was 2014 because life happens. I think IG got married, has a kid or two, and life goes on. So the last show was 2014, and I thought since the demise of Windows 7, and if you're still using Windows 7, you need to stop. No joke. I thought it was time to bring back the Linux A-Team, bringing back the best of the Linux user community and technology. And really, the people who are on the show are totally sick. Sharp, intelligent, classy. Get it? Sick, Anyway, so we're back. And this will be, I think, a bi-weekly show. I'm not sure yet if we pick up sponsors. If anybody wants to sponsor these shows, check out the links below in the show notes. But as of now, it will be bi-weekly. So the next one will be 2 weeks from today, Steve, what, the 28th, I'm assuming? Yeah. And, well, today's Valentine's Day. So the 28th will be the next one. So that's what this Linux A-Team is all about, bringing people like Steve on and others, co-hosts maybe later on, to talk about Linux and how it affects our lives, how it affects the world, and bringing all our collective experiences together into one show, hence the A-Team. So, that being said, Steve, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Excellent. So today is Valentine's Day. I was checking. I don't see any Valentine Steam operating systems. Have you?
No.
I haven't. I don't have a joke in that. I'm just saying that I haven't seen any romantic OS themes. However, there was a joke yesterday from the weatherman. Of course, today in Ohio, it's very cold. Very, very cold. And the weatherman says, well, if you don't have a date for Valentine's, no fear, because we have single digits. Weatherman, cold weather. Said that was the joke. But this is a family show. I have to keep it. So now he's laughing. Okay. All right. It was kind of clever when you think about it, right? I thought it was clever. But quick. Honey, Digit, I'll be right there, Digit. Hang on. All right. When we have Quits, we have Ben, LJ Pellegrino, Sleepy, speaking of Australia, Gnostic, Peabody, Low Spec, Stephen Anderson, TJ Wolf. And we have Hannah Montana. We have Larry Johnson. Oh, he's asking Hannah Montana. You mean for the Linux A-Team? Sure, why not? If she uses Linux, she's welcome also. A quick sound check. Are we okay here in the chat? We had brief technical difficulties. I think we sorted out.
I brought over my Jinxie Monday night stream.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
So, everything looks good on my end. So, quick sound check in the chat. Guys, give me a yay or nay, and then we'll move on. Did I get a new camera? No, not yet. I'm thinking about buying a 4K DSLR camera, Canon.
Ooh.
Maybe. Got to do my taxes, see where we're at. but sound is good. Thank you. But no, I do not have. I'm using a what am I using? I went blank. I'm using a Logitech 920. I think Steve, you
920.
can. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah.
Okay. So my sound is okay. Good. All right. So before we go on, Alan's in the house. Hello. Plenty of single digits doing anatomical inspections on Valentine's Day. Okay. I want to give a shout out. I have a very talented cousin singer out of New York. She just released a new single called Mrs., as in MRS period Mrs. Her name is Gabriella. You can check out her song, and you can buy it if you want for 99 cents. I did. I think it's hooky and catchy. It's on iTunes, Apple, Amazon. The song is called Mrs. by Gabri. Gabri. I guess she's going by that name for this song. So check out the song Mrs. It's very catchy. So a shout out to my wonderful cousin out of Long Island, New York. All right.
Is that the young lady you played for us a couple months back, I think?
It was, she did a fantastic rendition of a song. It was, let me think. I Will Always Love You. I think it's by Winnie.
And you played it, right?
I think I did.
Yeah.
And she nailed it. She belted it out. She can sing like our friend Stephanie. A beautiful natural voice. But that was her. So check out the song MRS Mrs. by Gabri, and trust me, I think you look. I'm more into top 40 jazz, as Steve knows. But this song's it kind of reminds you of that song, Hey, Call Me Maybe. Remember that song about 7-8 years ago? Call Me. Anyway, it has that sugary sweetness to it.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, a shout out to my cousin. Toke N is in the house. What's happening? All right, Steve, you have some peppermint news you want to share?
Well, we all know, unfortunately, that the Peppermint maintainer, Mark Greaves, passed away unexpectedly a couple weeks ago. In fact, I think it's almost 4 weeks now. And because of our friend in the room, Gnostic, and the Big Papa Peppermint thing, I had gotten the blessing of Mark, and I'm not saying I ever was best friends with Mark, but he was a good part of why I continued and did things in Peppermint. And, he joined the stream, or not on the stream, but he's always in the chat room and stuff like that. So I get looked to, Steve, what's going on with Peppermint? And I said, well, let me check. And Kendall Weaver, one of the original developers of Peppermint, along with Shane, forgetting his last name right now. Sorry, Shane. I reached out to Kendall. I said, Kendall, sorry, I know it's kind of soon and I expect things to take a while, but I'm getting asked a lot, what's the future of Peppermint? Because a lot of us care. And he had sent a reply that right now they're looking for a maintainer. That's one of the issues that they have. He said any sys admin can do it, but it's going to take a lot of time and effort. Unfortunately, he when he started Peppermint, he was single and young, and now he's lived in a small apartment. He said now he's married, kids, and he runs and swims. I think in competition, so he doesn't have the time for it. So I made a short video, and then our friend PCTLC Colin from Australia, he did a video too. So we're trying to generate some maybe interest in it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, cool.
I'm not going to say who at the moment, but someone reached out, and we may have some good news soon.
Nice.
Because I would hate to see something like Peppermint disappear. I mean, it's such a strong following in that. I figured if someone saved, created Endeavor, that it can easily be done with Peppermint. So hopefully soon we can have some good news. But that's what's going on with that. So
okay.
Peppermint people, just give it some time.
Okay, so you use Peppermint OS. Why did you pick that one? And why do you still use it?
When I was first looking at distributions, I had a little Asus netbook, 2 gigs of memory and, real a single core processor. And Peppermint 5 was like the second distribution I tried. And I, wasn't sure. It was still that LXDE kind of look. And I've tried several others after that. Peppermint 6 shortly came out after that. Tried that and really liked the look and the different look to it, and it worked well on the little Asus netbook, especially once I went up to, well, I had 1 gig, I upped it to 2, and that's the max, and put a new hard drive in there, and that was our second laptop for about a year. Put it on my desktop, was dual booting Windows 7, eventually went to Windows 10, so it was dual booting Windows 10, Peppermint 7, and actually was trying out Linux Mint 16. Figured my wife might like that because we were weaning off of Windows, and no one ever booted into that. I barely booted into Windows. When I got my new PC, I put Peppermint 8 on it, and I've been with it ever since, because to me, everything that I've put it on, it just works.
It just
the way
works.
I feel about
Yeah.
Peppermint,
Yeah.
you feel about Mate.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. No, it's I got settled in after 10 years of distro hopping, which in the way I'm glad I did, because I was self-taught about Linux more or less, a lot of trial and error, pain, triumph. But after 10 years, I stopped distro hopping and I got settled on Ubuntu 16.04 with Unity. When I found out that Ubuntu, that Canonical, who makes Ubuntu, would not officially support that anymore and make it, it was time to move on. So I went to Ubuntu Mate, but I always liked Mate from Linux Mint. It was quick, it was simple, it was easy, it didn't feel slow or bloated, and for me, because of all of what I do, countless videos, I want something I can record, render, and move on to the next one and not have to solve problems. So I was using Linux Mint Mate before, I still do, but after Ubuntu dropped Unity, I went back to Mate. Now I use Ubuntu Mate because it just works. And of course, when it comes to Linux, you have plenty of choices nowadays. When I started with Linux in 06, there were very few distributions out there for beginners. It just did not exist. But, Ubuntu has to be given credit. They came into existence starting in 04, I think. And they've come a long way. And, one of the future topics will be Ubuntu's legacy and how it became what appears to be the most popular Linux OS in the entire world for many reasons. Well, for one thing, they've lasted all these years. Linux-based systems come and go, Steve, as you know. It's easy for something to drop out for various reasons. But Ubuntu has stuck around, and you know what? Their system keeps getting better and better. So if we have any newbies out there and you want to try something new, why not try Ubuntu? But we'll talk about that in a future topic. The next topic 2 weeks from now will be how Linux controls the world. As those of you who have Linux know that Linux has conquered everything except the desktop. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about that maybe 2 weeks from now. So as it stands now, like I said before, these will be bi-weekly shows. If we can get sponsors to sponsor a show for more shows, I'm all for it. Just check out the links below in the show notes. I wanted to say that I may transcode these as podcast. Those of you who follow me on Patreon, I transcode some of them and add a few extra podcasts on that as a thank you. It's more work. I haven't decided. I haven't decided yet. I'm trying to find a platform where you put it out and then it's distributed to all the other platforms like Spotify and all that. But that's a possibility. I don't know yet. Of course, you can always catch these on YouTube on the replay. So 2 weeks from now, we'll do how Linux has conquered the world or controls the world or something like that. Maybe we'll have another co-host or two join us besides Steve. So I know Steve's got to leave here about 10 to 11 at the very latest.
Yeah.
Okay. So tonight's going to be a fairly short one.
A little cold to let my son lay outside at the health club.
Okay. Labor Linux came in the chat. Hello. How are you? So I'm going to save this for next week's topic, but I won't say everything is what I have is Linux because it's not true. I use Windows 10 still, although 10% of the time. In fact, just before I got on, I did some updates to my Windows 10, crossing my fingers. Updates don't break the system. Please, 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 please. And it's fine. Of course, I didn't reboot, Steve. So maybe it'll break after I reboot. But lately, when I say lately, 3-4 years, I don't think any Linux updates have broken any of my systems. Who knew that would switch? You know, in the past, before Linux became higher quality, Linux updates and bugs would break the system. Never Windows 7, right? Never happened.
Yeah.
Now it's flip-flopped. They say, hey, let's trade places. Windows 10 has become more buggy, you know. Not for everybody. But I think now is a golden opportunity for a standard, again, standard Linux desktop for the masses. Will we ever see one? I don't know, Steve. What do you think?
No, there's too many distributions out
Yeah,
there. There's too
yeah,
many good ones. Which one do we pick? Which
yeah,
one do we use? I mean, Pop OS is, or System 76 is trying to do it with Pop OS and that. But there's some, there's a lot of computer companies now that are coming out with, there's the Kubuntu
yeah,
laptop, and now
yeah,
there's going to be
yeah.
the Manjaro one, and System 76 with Pop OS, and I know Dell's shipping more with more towards developer type,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure what their desktop was going with
Right,
and
right,
that. But
right.
yeah, I can't remember. I mean, on Peppermint, on my laptop, nothing has broken it yet. The only problem I had on my desktop, because I have an NVIDIA card, was when it went into the 5 dot something kernel, and I fixed that, and had not had problems since.
Okay. Um, the new Zorin laptops may have a chance because they've hit that sweet spot for price, starting at about $400. So they got a shot because of the price. Having Linux machines for 2,000, 2,500 or more, I think it's great to have that choice, but the masses are not going to buy that because we already have machines like that. They're called Macs. So we don't need a Ubuntu based Mac, or a Linux Mint based Mac. I mean, you guys know what I'm trying to say. So that's not for the masses. It's good to have that choice, but we need that sweet spot of about $400 or so, Linux based. Now, besides Chromebooks, the only other ones I've seen that you can buy for that price range is a Zorin laptop. Have you noticed anything else, Steve? I mean, I'm talking brand new out of the box. I haven't noticed, So it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
It can be done. The same goes for for a Linux phone. No one's going to spend $2,000 for an untested Linux phone. It ain't going to happen. I just don't see it. And people are crying now about $1,000 smartphones, $1,000 iPhones. The Samsung phones coming out, they start at $1,000. But at least they've established some kind of reputation for what they do, the quality, and all this. White Chalk could say he got a new Chromebook for $100. Well, there you go. There you go. Is it white? No, but yeah. Sometimes you can find a good deal, especially on the holidays, or a refurbished one. But they generally start at about $200. Again, that could be a future topic. How Chromebooks have somewhat conquered the Linux masses, and the consumer doesn't even know it, that it's based off of Gen 2 Linux. White Chalk got it at Target, really, of all places? Target sells Chromebooks? Nothing against Target.
Yeah.
Target? But next to the watermelon section? I'm just curious. White Chalk, Target?
Gnostic says Chromebooks are a wannabe computer. Might as well buy a smartphone.
Okay, well, to each his own, but mine works perfectly fine. I never thought I would say this, but I never thought I would run a Linux machine that is bug-free. So far, my Acer Chromebook, now granted I don't use it every day, but when I haven't noticed any bugs, nada. Updates are invisible. I rarely have to reboot. They're out of the way. Updates don't get in my way. They don't break the system. And everything I do in my Chromebook works the way it should. There are no bugs. It sounds ridiculous, Steve, right? Hats off to Google.
Well, so I haven't. I wiped it a while ago, but for a
Yeah.
while, for several months, I had the Chrome Ready,
Yeah.
or not the Chrome Ready, the Cloud Ready Chromium OS. The only difference was, that they're a version or two behind of Chrome.
Yeah.
They work together with it. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it was just, the updates, and I would plug in if I plugged in another monitor, it was hooked up like that. I kind of do it on maybe even on Peppermint. It's easy, but it was like the Chromebook was like, okay, what else you got for me?
I think they should rename them from Chromebook to Speedbooks because that's how fast. No, I don't mean speed like, speed like that story, but no, it's just a joke. But yeah, that's how fast they are. I opened the lid, right, on my Chromebook. Open the lid. And I know it's a little work now for Windows. Open the lid, log in with my password. Bam, I'm on in 8 seconds, 10 seconds top. That's how fast it is.
Well, I also had it on his laptop that had a Kingston SSD in it,
Yeah.
and like Peppermint is almost as quick. It starts up and shuts down like you wouldn't believe compared to on a regular hard drive and that. So
Yeah.
so on this HP that I have here, the Chromium OS was phenomenally fast.
If Google can come out with a multimedia Chromebook that has their own version of OBS Studio or Kdenlive Live or something, there you go. That's everything you would need, and they have built-in security. Chromebooks, yes, I won't say it's impossible to get malware on a Chromebook, but so far, when was the last time you heard anything about malware on a Chromebook? Anybody in the chat? Steve, have you heard it?
No, never.
Zero. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the last. I've seen those cool commercials for Chromebooks the last couple of years. You've seen them. With the music in the background. Da, 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 They're showing Windows crash, repeat, and then you show the Chromebook. White Chocolate has a Chromebook. Yes, less than 10 seconds. You log on, in less than 10 seconds. Bam.
Steve Gunnick says, why do programmers like dark themes? Because lights attract bugs.
Anyway, I like my Chromebook. That's how fast it is. Again, if they can come out with a multimedia Chromebook, for OBS and, Kdenlive Live and streaming, it's going to be tough to beat for about $400 or more. That's going to be tough to beat. So that's why Chromebooks have been around since 2011. Talk about an A-plus project, a Chromebook. Who knew? Who knew a simple Chromebook that's really web-based, although it's starting to change now. It's not all web-based. Who knew that 9 years later they would be the most affordable, top-selling Linux-based machine in the world when you think about it? It just works. So
I keep saying that, I tell my wife, I said, your Asus Windows 10 has one more bad update. I think I got scared now because the last 3 updates have gone flawlessly, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I think, well, maybe a Peppermint. I'm thinking, no, I might put that Chromium OS on there and it will fly.
So Target does the Chromebooks some weeks for half off. I got to go shopping at Target in Pittsburgh more. Really? Of all places, Target, I salute you. Watch, I say that now. They're probably thinking those. What's a Chromebook? I don't know. We'll just buy it. Maybe we can sell it. I don't know. I'm just saying. But somebody.
Is that a Chromebook right now?
Yola Olson. You're on a Chromebook right now. Yeah. How do you like it? Any bugs or crashes lately? Wink, wink. Probably none, right? World of Linux CA. Is that California? Won't be staying long, just checking out the live stream. Well, welcome. World of Linux CA. Or is that Canada? I don't know. What kind of Linux do you have? And do you have a Chromebook? They can be very cost efficient. Yes, Chromebooks can be. And now the ones that are coming out built this year, you get 8 years guaranteed support, Steve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. It is Canada. Nice. I have relatives who live in Montreal, so welcome Canada.
Oh, you hate there.
A, they'll say A, which is awesome. A. So what do you use in Canada? Now, if you don't use Linux, that's okay too, but I think you do.
Paul. Necromancer.
Ah.
That's Paul.
Oh, okay. Welcome. Stephen Harris, I own a 69 Impala, lots of
That's a
chrome.
girl.
That's, where's my pen here? I'm going to mark down these jokes. That's one for, okay, Paul, very good. Yes, go to Target. They have great sales on Chromebooks. Of all the places, I never would have guessed, Best Buy, Micro Center, Amazon, Target. Oh, I should go there like undercover shopping and talk to a sales rep. Okay, how does this Chromebook work? What's the difference between this and a Mac? And they'll probably go, call for a manager.
You turn it on.
When you open the lid, sir, you type in your password and you're good to go. Of all places, I got to give Target a salute, man. Double salute. That's awesome. Your Dodge came with pre-installed Rust. Well, there's no Rust on the Chromebook. Yeah.
Vince says Valentine's Day and Paul shows up.
What did the farmer get his wife for Valentine's Day? Hugs and kisses. Anyway. Can't chat, you're driving. What are you jumping on for as you're driving? You shouldn't be doing it anyway. Hello?
Are you one of those that...
I know. What are you doing? I mean, I know you really love this show, but come on, you need to pull over at least,
CJ literally paused Talking Heads once in a lifetime for this.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, CJ. I love the Talking Heads. I love that song, Burning Down the House. Remember that song? I don't know what the word... I sound like Arnold. Good to be here, no. Chromebook is ARM, also limited, okay? Yeah, they now I think Samsung is coming out with a new Chromebook 4K display for $1,000. That's a pretty good price, for a machine like that. So, anyway,
Well, Linux said he uses Dev One.
Chromebooks rock. So, maybe has app talk to text. Well, okay, still need to be careful using a phone or anything while driving. So, pull over, right? All right, I know Steve's got to... Let's give this about a 10-minute warning. Steve, how does that sound? So you can do what you got to do.
Yeah,
okay.
10, 15 minutes.
Okay. And then we'll wrap this up. I know Quint wanted to jump on, but Steve's got to get off. Quint, maybe next time. Maybe the next show. We'll get some other guests on. So just a shorter one for tonight's return of the Linux 8. I need a soundboard, like something shooting or explosion. The Linux 18,
I pity the poor fool that uses Linux.
What you talking about, fool? Mr. T. I remember him. Can you imagine him in the White House? That's right, CJ. So how things? Are you back in California or Vegas, CJ? I did not do the Biddle challenge. No.
I haven't yet. I've been checking out Voyager Linux this past week.
Ah, okay. No, what did I want to test next? Something new came up. I forget. I told myself I wanted to test that. I forget what it was. No, I can't remember. But I have a couple of videos to put up. I may do them live. Part 2 on the Linux installation guide for newbies. I may do that this weekend live. It doesn't have sound, it's just edited video, but I can talk over it. That's no big deal. Ah, you're in Vegas. All right. Very good. Las Vegas Linux. That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Las Vegas Linux. What breaks in Vegas stays in Vegas. Ha ha.
That's really crap. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Have I seen the trolley Linux distro called Windows 12? Yeah, I posted it. Announcement on my, yeah, it's one of those shady type. Yeah, Windows 12 Lite. They're calling Linux Lite or something. Windows 12 Lite.
Windows 12 Lite. I saw because I got them liked on Facebook, the Linux Lite team, and they posted on Facebook that they had
Uh,
nothing to do with it, even though it's
yeah,
based on Linux Lite.
yeah. Okay. I did see that. Yeah. No, if you need Linux or if you need Windows to use certain programs, just use Windows. If you don't, try Linux Mint, Peppermint OS, Ubuntu Mate. Lots of good choices in 2020. Can't believe it's 2020 already, man. All right, so Lee says you got an HP Chromebook for your wife. She's happy, runs great. She goes to Facebook and YouTube, and you power wash it every few months. Awesome. There you go. Any bugs or flaws in it yet, Lee? I'm guessing 0. Power wash, by the way, for newbies, is not actually taking your Chromebook to the car wash. It's a full reset, erasing everything. Okay, yeah. They call it power wash. Vegas would never be a distro, it'd be a virus. That's one for CJ. Hang on here. Okay, no, but that's a good one. I haven't been to Vegas in a while either. Speaking of Vegas. Oh, well.
God, I haven't been there since 2007.
Yeah, it was before I moved down to Florida. I was there last. Maybe one of these days I'll do a live show from Vegas, me and CJ or something. That's right, Sleepy. We're halfway through February. Once again, happy Valentine's Day to all ladies out there. If you lived anywhere here, I would take you out for a drink, but you don't, so it's your loss. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Steven, so I see people put computer parts in the dishwasher. I've heard that you can take any type of keyboard, throw it in the dishwasher, and as long as it completely dries, plug it back in, it works fine, and you got a clean keyboard.
I think I'll pass. Yeah. Yeah, I'll use my handy dandy blower, my Black & Decker leaf blower to clean my keyboard and my computer.
Well, my son's got a real bad habit of eating and it's all
Yeah.
gummed up.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not gonna stick any electronic component in the dishwasher. No. Your wife got a bad extension, but her Chromebook started fighting it. What did it do? Because that's never happened to me. Did it give you like a warning pop up or something like that? I'm kind of curious, Lee. I'm intrigued. CJ.
Yeah.
He says, "Poop, it's Valentine's Day. It's my girlfriend's fault for not reminding me." What's the matter with you, eh? Well, you're in trouble now.
He's always in trouble.
Yeah, there are no Valentine's themed Linux systems, are there? What would be a Valentine's theme? Ubuntu or Peppermint OS? Are there any romantic apps? Speculating. What would be a romantic app?
What's the difference? The definition of a romantic app.
We'll have to talk about this in private. I think. Just a thought. It's Valentine's Day, Valentine's OS. Okay, but what would be the theme?
Valentine OS. It's a real killer.
Yes. Switch says Switch Linux Hannah Montana Linux is pink enough to be Valentine's Day. True. I do remember that. It was highly pinkish. Yes, that is true. Just a thought. Ubuntu Valentine's Edition, Peppermint OS Valentine's Edition. I don't know. I guess you could have a recipe app for Valentine's chocolates, maybe, or wallpapers of flowers. I'm trying to keep it clean, Steve, so shut up, okay?
No,
romantic Linux deepen. All
If I knew
right.
CJ didn't drink, I'd know. But I think better, or I think
Oh,
different.
yeah. Okay. So yes. That's a good one. That's another one for CJ. Again, my pen here. That's 2 and 0 for me. Valentine's OS model could be listen to your wife or you're in trouble. Here's one. It's a system that reminds you of everything pertaining to your wife. Anniversary, Valentine's, birthday, Mother's Day. It has pop-ups. So instead of ads, it has pop-ups to remind you to take care of your honey. There we go. Just a thought. Deep it. Okay.
You're going to sign on into a certain site. It's like,
Right. Anyway, you have been watching the Linux A Team, not the romantic A Team, but hey, it's all good, right? So the next one will be as of tonight, 2 weeks from now, the 28th, and we'll talk about how Linux controls the world. Maybe in some ways that you didn't know. So,
awesome.
Don't forget the foot massage. Okay. I've never given a girl a foot massage. Nah, no. All right, let's give this a 5-minute warning. I know Steve's got to be on his way. Then we'll wrap it up for tonight. Any last-minute comments, questions, suggestions? Post them now, and we'll wrap it up. CJ or Sleepy, how's things in Australia with all the fires and stuff? Have they finally died down?
Well, I think they've been raining. It's been raining like crazy.
Still
They've now
okay.
had
Okay.
record rainfall.
Okay. Sleepy says you get enough reminders. It's called nagging. Okay. Ladies, I
Sleepy had to
tried.
go out and pull down the laundry from the line.
Yeah. -3 where you live. Yeah, it's cold here. It is cold.
Yeah, it was -6 this morning when I woke up at 5:30.
But it's nice and toasty here in the chat.
Always a pleasure to be with you,
Oh,
Cameron.
yeah. You too. You guessed that one operating system is not enough for your things to do, World of Linux, Canada? Really? I could do my Ubuntu Mate. I use it 90%. 80, 90%. I go into Windows maybe 2-3 times a month. My Chromebook, just to jump on the web, it has stereo speakers to stream music. I'll use that. I don't really use my ThinkPads that much. Nothing wrong with them. They have I think they have Linux Mint on there now, so it's once I got the Chromebook, man, it's just a lot faster. So Quint 37 in Atlanta, yeah. That is cold for Atlanta.
Yeah, I told you earlier, Peter Patterson said that it was 17 degrees in Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah.
They must have been shivering.
65 in Antarctica. It was warmer there last week than it was in Florida. So all those jokes I had, where I would say, I need to go down to Florida to cool off. Who knew? It would be true. We love you too, Paul. You have a good evening and be safe.
Yeah, be careful if you're driving,
Yeah,
sir.
really. Jeez, you got me worried there, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, you can watch this on the replay once it's done processing. Then I'll make a decision whether to transcode these into a podcast. I got to figure something out because there's so many, platforms out there. It's a lot. So I'll think of something. Yeah, the snow here hasn't been that bad, Quint. We really, in Ohio, here, I'm still waiting for the first big snowstorm. It hasn't happened. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, we had good snow Tuesday.
30 days of rain. I feel like I'm in, like the people in Seattle. So, CJ had the best ribs. On my channel, guys, being Italian, sooner or later this goes to the conversation of food. So yeah. Carson's ribs. I don't know what Carson's ribs is. Is it good?
Yeah, it's a rib joint here in
Okay.
Chicago, and
Okay.
you can have them mailed to you.
Ah.
Box of ribs.
Mail the ribs. It sounds like a mafia. We're going to mail the guy his ribs. Yeah. No, but T. Schaller, 21 in Philly. Hello, T. Schaller. Very good. I think Hall & Oates are coming to Philadelphia. They're back on tour again. They're going to do a new album too. Good for them. Good for Hall & Oates. Private Eyes. I better stop saying it's copyright. Yeah. Yeah.
Not if they hear you sing it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I want Schwarzenegger's Private Eyes that are watching you. No.
I saw Jackie Chan and Arnold are doing a movie together. It's called The Iron Mask.
Why not? World of Linux says, I subscribe because I am watching
All
Switch to
right.
Linux. I know you existed for many years on YouTube watching. Well, thank you. Yeah, next month will be 10 years of Total OS Today. 10 years of toast. So I guess a toast to all of you for making this possible. And this is empty, but that's okay.
Yeah, so is this. No.
So thank you. Awesome. I enjoy doing these, especially on cold nights where I can't go out and play. All
For
right,
sure.
3-minute warning, then Steve's got to go. Anything else, my friends, for this evening? And we'll wrap it up. For the return of the Linux A team.
CJ could be face.
Yeah, right. Yep. Didn't they try to bring that back or something?
They did a movie with Liam Neeson.
Is that what it was?
Hannibal.
Okay.
It was
It was okay? All right.
okay.
They showed one of his Taken movies the other night on TV. Taken 3, I think it was called.
Oh, yeah. Third one was kind of, yeah. First one was kind of original.
Yeah.
I have a unique set of skills.
I will find you. I know you use Windows 10. I will find you. And I will kill you and your machine soon. Oh, man. Windows 10, what happened to you? I have a cousin.
Not so much Windows 10. It's what Microsoft.
Well, yeah. The core system works. It's just they don't test the updates.
Yep.
That's the problem. I got a cousin. Windows 7 expired. She's going to get a Mac. I don't blame her. So. Quit was listening to Amos Lee. I don't know who that is. Yeah. Hello, Kenny. Anyway. Didn't English Bob leave YouTube? Now he's back or something? I don't know. I thought somebody said something.
That's for the next discussion.
Okay.
We all know English Bob. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just say Linux folks can be a little bit eccentric, unique, yeah, special, or sick. Sick as in sharp, intelligent, classy. You guys notice that thumbnail for this show? The guy wearing a double-breasted suit? Because that's what I see Linux folks being, sharp and classy, intelligent, dressed like Miami Vice days, right, Steve?
Right.
So that's I love that thumbnail. I found it. It's free. The Linux A team. And maybe one day I'll come dressed with a tuxedo or something. I'm Mr. Bond. Speaking of Bond, the new theme song by Bond is sung by an 18-year-old, Billie Eilish. Can you believe that? Switch says a lot of eccentric. Gee, I would. Who knew? I would never guess. Switch. Oh man.
All right. Well, I have to
Yes.
run. It is that time. Thank you, Carmine, for inviting me. I can't wait till the
Yeah, I'll
next
still got a
one.
few more minutes. We got people here in the chat still. So yeah, I'll catch up with you this weekend or something, and we'll
All
go
right.
from there. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, everybody take care. Good chatting
Awesome.
with you. We'll see
Awesome.
you soon.
Great. All right.
Adios.
Adios. Amos Lee's a singer-songwriter. Ah, got it. I don't know. CJ is dressed in Miami Vice color style. Okay, all right. Nice. So, Switch, what was the fire topic tonight before I go? Should I even ask? I should do a fire topic in my Schwarzenegger voice. Blah, with all the privacy, blah, privacy has been terminated, blah. Burgura, how are you? You are late. I'll be jumping off here soon. Yeah. Just because Switch says just because I'm wrapping my office in tinfoil does not mean I am paranoid. You're wrapping your office in tinfoil. Okay. You covered window 10 bloopers. I think half the updates are bloopers. It seems. It hasn't affected me so far, but yeah. It's crazy. It's almost like a vaudeville comedy act, but anyway. All right, I'll give this another 2-minute warning, then I'm going to jump off. Anything else for tonight? And we'll wrap it up. CJ is up for a long night of watching Geico commercials? Really? WaterFox was sold? The web browser? Okay. I guess if your office is wrapped in tinfoil, if you spill something, it won't damage the carpet. Yeah? I can't think of the last time I've used tinfoil for anything. Yeah, I use a lot of microwave stuff. Anyway. I did not see the Italian little girl Pepsi commercial. Was that part of the Super Bowl ads? I'll have to look it up, Switch. No. I did not see that. As soon as I'm done, I'll take a look. The Italian little girl Pepsi commercial. Hey, I want a Pepsi. Hey, forget the Coke. For the supporter stream on Thursday, you tried to figure a solution on encryption. Couldn't figure it out. Oh, okay. Oh, it's an old commercial from 2007. Okay. Okay. I'll have to check it out. All right. I got it up, Switch. I'll watch it here in a minute. Thank you. Cool. Okay. All right, so yeah, I'm going to wrap this up for tonight. It's almost 11 p.m. here, local time in Dean Martin country, Steubenville, Ohio. This is where Dean Martin's from. Everybody loves some Linux sometime. Anyway. All right, so thank you everybody for joining me for the return of the Linux A team. This was fun. I'm glad I brought this back. I think it's I love the title, bringing out the best of the best, the A team for people who use Linux or any kind of Linux in their technological lives. Yeah, technology lives, something like that. So I think the next one will be 2 weeks from now. We'll try to do these on a bi-weekly basis. If anyone wants to sponsor a show or two, then I'll do more of them. But right now, figure bi-weekly. So the next one will be February 28th, probably about this time. And that topic will be, it controls the world. Linux has taken over the world, or something like that, because Linux is everywhere. So, and that's it. And then the next one after that, we'll do, that topic will be Ubuntu's legacy. Yeah, how it went from nothing to where it is now in Ubuntu-based systems. It's a lot. So if you have any suggestions for topics, let me know. Just send me an email. And like I said, Steve had to leave early tonight, or else I would stay on. So maybe next time we'll get a few more guests, co-hosts on to make it more entertaining, more of a Linux, more of a team for the Linux A team. So, all right, thank you everyone. I'll catch you either tomorrow or Sunday. I want to post part 2 of the installation guide for Linux, part 2 of 2, and maybe we'll chat then. So have a warm and safe night wherever you are. Be safe. I'll catch you on the next one. And thank you for watching this return of the Linux A team. Take care.